Versatile Mage. Chapter 197 Solo Kill on the Mother Beast. The Fire Intermediate Magic, Fiery Fist, and the Lightning Intermediate Magic, Thunderbolt, could be called the most dreadful and formidable spells among the classic elements. However, these two were very different from one another. The Fiery Fist caused an explosion in a certain direction and was able to completely obliterate a large group of enemies in front of the user. Thunderbolt was straight lightning. It could only hit a single target, but as the chief of the classic elements, lightning's tyrannical destructive power was incomparably powerful when it reached the intermediate level. If you dodged it, you'd be fine. If you got hit, you'd die for sure. When Mofan was up against the green demonesses, he never dared to use the lightning intermediate magic. The Thunderbolt's might was too dreadful, capable of turning not just the green demonesses, but also the infected girls, into superheated blood spray. However, now it was very simple. Using the descending Thunderbolt to extinguish the Mother Beast was more than just easy. Mofan was not lenient at all. Rumble. Thunder echoed within the middle of the venue. A large black hole had appeared on the stage, and the Mother Beast had turned into a scorched carcass that was about to fall into the hole created by the lightning. The green monsters in the whole arena had fallen to the ground in pain, looking like their lifelines had been severed. The students were still running around, not knowing what had happened. All they wanted was to leave this dreadful place as soon as possible. A few of the more courageous ones took advantage of the timing when the green demoness fell to the ground, writhing in pain, to rescue the students who were being attacked. Afterwards, they immediately ran toward the safety areas. The few students who were calmly fighting against the green demoness were still watching cautiously. They maintained magic in their hands in case they were attacked again. The middle of the venue was still a bit chaotic, but the people were gradually calming down. They looked toward the green demonesses on the floor from a safe distance. They had just gone from a dreadful life and death situation to what seemed to be a very puzzling one. They didn't know that someone had killed the Mother Beast. They were only watching from a distance as the green demonesses began to slowly shed their skins. They watched as the people within the skins crawled out, covered in some kind of slime. No one dared to casually walk up. No one knew whether these were humans or magical beasts. Up on the stage, Mofan was sprawled out on the floor. His calves were shivering non-stop. He still had some lingering fear. If the Star Atlas books given to him by Tangyu had been slower by even a moment, he would have turned into a ghost under those claws. Fortunately, he had survived. Buzz. Just as Mofan was going to lay down, the little loach pendant around his neck began to restlessly make noise. Mofan did not have any energy left. However, he couldn't deal with the little loach pendant acting so spoiled. At last, he could only crawl over to the carcass of the Mother Beast. "You even want to spirit this evil?" Mofan asked weakly. Ever since he had entered the arena, Mofan had been searching for the red dots, fighting, and experiencing an incredible battle against the Mother Beast. He really had used up every ounce of energy he had. The little loach pendant appeared very interested in the soul remnant of the Mother Beast. When Mofan got closer, he realized there was a deep blue cluster of light, like fireflies, floating out of the carcass of the Mother Beast. As though they had heard the call of the little loach pendant. These fireflies floated toward the pendant on Mofan's chest, like swallows returning to their nests. This is a soul essence. Mofan gaped in astonishment. After obtaining the colossal energy from the underground holy spring, the current little loach pendant had no more interest in the soul remnants of servant-class monsters. Furthermore, those soul remnants were no longer able to improve it. However, the Mother Beast was a warrior-class creature. A warrior-class soul essence was worth, at the very least, 10 million RMB in the market. Little loach pendant, you don't want to absorb this soul essence, right? Mofan asked, intending to negotiate. The energy within the underground holy spring had been enormous. Right now, the little loach pendant had advanced to an incredibly high level. Other than treasures similar to the underground holy spring, it most likely would not have any interest in them. However, the little loach pendant itself had the ability to absorb soul remnants and soul essences. If the soul essences were collected and auctioned off, one would definitely earn a large amount of money. Mo Fan couldn't help but kiss the little loach pendant. However, the blood on his face accidentally dripped onto it. Mo Fan quickly used his own hands to wipe his little treasure clean. He didn't dare let this little ancestor feel wronged. After some discussion, the little loach pendant decided that this soul essence did not have much effect on itself, so it wouldn't force itself to eat it. It decided to help Mo Fan preserve it within the pendant. This caused Mo Fan to let out a big sigh of relief. This time, he really put his life into it, and the reward he got was large enough to be worth it. Boom! Just as Mo Fan was about to take a rest, the reinforced glass of the roof of the arena suddenly made a large noise. Mo Fan sat up and saw a shocking scene. A green creature with iron hooves descended from the skies. Those hooves had actually broken through the ceiling. Numerous glass fragments fell from the ceiling, and the green giant beast with iron hooves landed like a small hill. Its landing caused the entire arena to rock slightly. The scene of the green beast landing was mind-blowing, and Mo Fan was completely dumbstruck. What was even more shocking was that a man was standing between the horns of the creature. The large beast and the man were not proportional in terms of physique. However, he could still clearly feel that the man was the owner of this giant beast. The man's gaze swept across the gymnasium. He was looking at the green demonesses on the floor shrieking in pain, and shifted his gaze to Mo Fan on the stage. Charge! Charge in! Do not let any monsters go! From a place not too far away, a group of hunter magicians in uniform charged in from the middle arena entrance. These hunter magicians weren't weak. Each of them had a spell for movement, either using wind trail, earth ripple, or even some magical boots. The one in charge was the bald man. His speed was relatively fast. He almost instantly moved from the middle of the arena to the front of the gigantic green beast. Where is the mother beast? The bald captain's face looked like a demon. From the killing aura he emitted, one could tell he had slain many monsters in the past. The mother beast is dead, the man on the beast said slowly. Dead, as expected of a hunter king. We hadn't even gotten in here, and yet you've already killed the mother beast. It's just a pity about those girls who were infected, the bald captain said. They're all alive, the man on the beast said. The bald captain immediately surveyed the area and realized that girls were climbing out of the carcasses of the green demonesses, looking extremely exhausted. The skin was as white as paper. Some of them looked like their nutrients had been completely drained. They were so skinny they were basically just skin and bones. Then, the kid killed the mother beast? The bald captain asked hesitantly. The Hunter King nodded. This ending went against the expectations of the Hunter King because some monitors had revealed that the mother beast's strength had already reached the warrior level. Go help them. Don't let these girls have any more traumatic experiences, the Hunter King said. Yes, yes. The bald captain hadn't completely regained his senses but hastily instructed the rescue team to take care of the girls. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.